So, I had the chance to try out the PermaFrost, which, let me give you a disclaimer right away. The game isn't coming out until 2025, however, fortunately, there is a demo available as of the making of this video. So, as always, anybody interested in trying this out without hearing me mumble through this video, hey, be my guest. Now, for the rest of you that do want to hear me mumble, buckle up because there's quite a lot I need to disclose in this video, and I will try to go pretty fast. For starters, let's address the biggest elephant in the room. No, this is not a Rust-like title whatsoever, and don't let images on Steam fool you. I was going into this game with the mindset of heavy PvP mechanics and expecting the game to perform a bit similar to Rust, but this is not what you'll be getting with this one. Now, what are you getting with PermaFrost? Based on the playtime experience with the demo version of the game, here's what I have gathered as a result of it all. Imagine if there was a narrative-based survival game that would focus on the cold winter survival with mechanics similar to The Long Dark, but with its own little spin-off to it. You'll also have your little companion German Shepherd join you along the way, which will play a very significant role in your survival. As far as the narrative goes, it's a double-edged sword. The fact that this is not even an early access title, as a matter of fact, far from it, and they already introduced a semi-clear story to the game with a fairly decent dialogue already present in the game. It's a good sign because it just justifies a clear plan and vision for this game. However, with that being said, some conversations are clearly AI voiced.
You are not a complete stranger after all. I'm Robin, by the way.
And that kind of ruins the whole immersion of the game, and it makes it very low effort and very cheesy. It goes from a very professionally made game to something a bit more like a personal project, if you will. Keep in mind, not all of this sounds like it's AI voiced. There is in fact some very convincing voiceover work behind it.
My team went missing. You must send someone to help me find them. I received some signals from few directions, sending you coordinates.
But once you dive into the game itself, you will quickly realize that there's more black and white to it. I'm not sure if that's something that will be replaced in the future and currently plays a role as to just filling the blanks, but either way, it is extremely obvious. The engine was doing a lot of heavy lifting with this one. Obviously, the visuals are stunning, and the snow truly sells the effect of it being extremely deadly and cold. As far as survival system goes, it's fairly easy to understand. You've got your hunger meter, temperature, your durability levels are also there. Obviously, this being extremely early into the making, the animations are pretty rough around the edges, but that's expected with the current state of the game, of course. The camera tends to clip through objects at random times at certain walls, making it extremely hard to approach certain dangerous area in the game. The way the weapon handles in this game is also extremely rough and very bare bones. When you try to aim at something, it makes it almost worthless because it only zooms in right about 10%, which defeats the whole purpose of zooming in because it doesn't make much of a difference at all. Now, this game will be available as a single player as well as a multiplayer game. Based on the description, it seems like it's definitely more PvE focused. Obviously, given the description and the setting of the game, you of course encounter the environment as your main threat and not necessarily another player on the server, which I don't think is necessarily an issue. It just limits what sort of people will join this game as a whole. I personally love PvE just as much, if not even more than PvP, but obviously this is very biased opinion, to each their own. This is of course only my first impressions. Everything I just mentioned in this video can be completely changed as days go by, especially as the game undergoes some serious development. So take this video more open-minded rather than more of a final verdict. These are only the things I've noticed while I was playing the demo version. I sure hope and believe that many things will get improved upon its development, but with these sorts of things, only time will tell. Optimization for the demo version was also not perfect, and I strongly suggest having a semi-decent build to download this, otherwise expect some unexpected behavior while playing this. Once again, very short and straight to the point. If you happen to come across this channel completely random and you enjoy what you're seeing, well, maybe consider subscribing. And as always, this was your boy Roos, and I'm out. Goodbye.